Hey guys, it's Kamira here with Imperfect Life, and today I wanted to share with you a few tips and ways that you can help show support for a friend who is grieving. So, this video today will give you some ideas to help show your friend that you support them, you're there for them, you have their back. Grief is never easy. I always say that there is no time limit on grief. And depending on what your friend or family member is going through, it could be the death of a family member, it can be the death of a beloved pet or heart pet, and or just a friend. And you want to show support. It's not always the easiest thing to do, meaning, dealing with grief is not always so comfortable for everybody. But I'm hoping today sharing these 5 tips will help give you some ideas that you are comfortable with in order to show that you are supportive of your friend, you're there for them, and you just want to be an anchor for them in their time of need. So one of the first ways that you can do that is just being there. Be there to be their shoulder to cry on, to reflect on the memories that we shared with their loved one together. Just physically, your presence being there means so much. The second thing you can do is try something out of the box, like plant a tree in memory of their loved one. There are websites out there where you can request, a tree be planted in someone's memory. I know I did that for my mother as well. She loves California, was her favorite place to be. So I had a tree planted in California in honor of her memory. Also, there's other things that you can try. Um, in terms of honoring their memory, you can have like a memorial headstone put in the backyard if they chose to bury their pet in the backyard, or if they chose to have their pet buried at a formal pet cemetery. You can, honor their pet by attending this service, maybe adding something to or nearby the headstone, bouquet of flowers, or some memorial piece to put by the headstone. It's also a great way when it comes to planting a tree to make it a group activity for a bunch of friends to let them know you care. It's one of those everlasting things that will continue to grow and flourish long when they've passed on. And you can always reflect and look at the tree too, or they can, particularly if it's in their backyard or on their property. A third way that you can show your friend's support is by simply giving them a greeting card. A heartfelt note from the heart is always appreciated. And one good thing about writing a note, not only is it heartfelt, it's one of those old pastimes that we don't really see anymore because everything is digitized. So you can do electronic gift cards, or greeting cards, or you can do even electronic printables. I do have printables actually on my Etsy shop. I'll leave a link below. Printable rainbow bridge poems. You can print out a colorful poem, print it, frame it, gift it to them. Also, on my Redbubble shop, I do have a bereavement and pet sympathy collection specifically designed for grief and loss. So, in the stores, it's not always so common to find a greeting card that addresses this issue of grief, and in particular, pet grief. So, I do have a few blank greeting cards that are on the inside with a lovely pet grief and sympathy design on the outside. If you're looking for ideas, you can check out more at imperfectlife.redbubble.com. And a fourth idea is actually just get outside. Help take your friend, have them maybe go with yourself or a couple other friends. Sometimes what you need is a little distraction from wallowing in the grief, because you don't want to necessarily do that. Do something outside, maybe miniature golf, or if they're not into going outside, Maybe it's not a situation where they want to be so talkative, but you still want to get them outside. Maybe you could try going to the movie theater, planetarium, museum, something just to get outside the house because it's good to not be stagnant. And although depression or sadness is completely fine and normal, but you don't want it to make it turn into a habitual thing where the grief overcomes them. So getting them outside is a good thing. Even if you don't want to do that, something as simple as just getting out for, if you're of age, getting out for drinks or going for a celebratory dinner in honor of the person or the pet that was lost, honoring their life, celebrating their life. That's another great way. And one of the last things that you can do is make a collage for your friend. This one has to do with horses, but get some pictures maybe with your friend and their pet or with their loved one. If that's happens to be a person, maybe get a series of pictures of places and favorite places that they have traveled to in the past together and make a collage. They would absolutely love that, to build a collage of memories with their loved one to reflect on instead of remembering them in their last moments. It's so much more healing and more positive to remember them in their prime, in the great prime of their life, when they were active and doing well with friends, family, and others. So those are 5 ideas to help a grieving friend that's in need, that needs your support, particularly for those that maybe have lost a pet um, outside of a loved one. I hope these ideas help give you a little inspiration and motivation that you can show support for your friend, let them know that you are an anchor for them in their time of need. And I will leave links below to my Etsy shop, my Redbubble shop, to give you a few more, ideas outside the box to help your friend in this time of need. I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoy the rest of your week. I hope this helped you out. If you like this type of content, kindly give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.